Hi, my name's Nick Tann and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their music. I pick the songs I like the best and put them on a podcast to share with you and even you. In this, episode 80, we've got the Travis Waltons, Duncan Maitland-Emma Doherty, Not My Wife, but we're going to kick off with Tuesday Night Whites, Red Tree, and you are going to love it.
You said you'd meet me in the summertime. My face was melting, it's not even 5. But when we get back to the other side, then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. She said to me, mid-Mercury, that's where I'll be, under the red tree. So now we're out here in the summertime. I took it all and now my hands are tied. But when we get back to the other side, then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. She said to me, mid-Mercury, that's where I'll be, under the red tree. While we're only on the other side where we'll be, taking jumps all over the world, and I'll be under the red tree. And tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. And tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. And tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. She said to me, mid-Mercury, that's where I'll be, under the red tree. While we're out and getting high, on the other side is where we'll be, taking jumps all over the world, and I'll be under the red tree.
Lovely. Hello.
Morning, Nick.
Morning. It's lovely that, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
Oh, it's made my day. That it's brightened me up. I was a bit grumpy.
Yeah, you're a bit grumpy this
I
morning.
was a bit.
when I
I'm a bit
arrived.
grumpy. I'm a bit out of sorts.
Yeah, maybe
I
a
don't know
nice
what
cup
it
of coffee and then we had a little bit of a chat.
We did,
And then-
yeah.
But that is the Tuesday Night Whites
Tuesday Night Whites.
and a Red Tree. One word I came out with that, it was balanced.
Yeah, it was really nice. Balanced. Yeah. Okay.
Good. The drumming came in, that lovely tom-toms.
Love the drums.
And then underneath there was that, you never lost that guitar riff.
No.
It was always there. It might have been a bit low in the mix sometimes, but it was always there. Held it
always
all
there.
together.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and the vocal just was brilliant.
Yeah,
the way
brilliant.
It sung really well.
Nice, really nice little bits on the hi hats, little motif, little sort of like nice. So it's not just that was really nice, really beautiful, well put together, well done, everybody.
They're from Preston, and I like on their bio. They said we're just 5 mates from Preston. Isn't that great? Age with 5 mates to be able to put together songs like that.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
But we've got an elephant in the room, which we're going to come to later, I think.
Well, not in this room. In a room that in a room a couple of weeks ago.
Still hanging over me.
It's still hanging over you. Yeah, hanging over. No, was that?
And that is the antithesis of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about AI music, because a couple of weeks ago I inadvertently, and I'll tell you a bit more about it, we'll tell you a bit more about it after this,
it slipped in,
and a piece of AI music slipped in, and we're going to talk about that. No one's said anything about it, because I don't think anybody ever reads the show notes. Because anyway, I put them in. But a couple of weeks ago, also played the Travis Waltons, and an old track of theirs. And I said at the time, I'm sure I said at the time, that they've got a new single coming out. I think they've got a new album coming out, but they've got a new single coming out. And yesterday, Daniel sent it to me, and I haven't heard it yet, but I know it's going to be bloody brilliant. Listen to this. This is the Travis Waltons and Decapitation, Fetish. Well, there you are.
So we had to stop and looked at each other there.
We did.
Now that definitely wasn't put together by AI. AI could not do that. I don't care what anyone says. Well, it is because of the way it's put together.
It was put together,
and what it's relating to.
Definitely.
You wouldn't. It's too. AI would make that too clean.
Yeah. Well, actually, about a quarter of the way through, I was thinking, I don't know what it is. It's not quite hitting me at the moment. It's not quite hitting me. And then I was like, I know. I just turned it up. Because compared to the track before, compared to the track before, it's quite low volume. Now, you won't hear this in the podcast actually, because I master the podcast afterwards, so I kind of like smooth everything out. But this is a little bit quieter, not in the way it was when we listened to it, and I just needed to turn up a little bit to give it a little bit more. But the layers, the guitar layers, are just awesome with it. I just love it, and it's interesting because I think it's got an element of The Cure in it, but there's no real guitar effects. There's no echo, there's no delay, that sort of reverby sort of like sound. It's kind of like this. It's similar, but it's more honest. Straight. Yeah, it's more honest, and that's what he does. He does this sort of like honest stuff, and almost takes the idea of songwriting and putting a track together and goes, oh fuck it, we'll just do this.
Yeah. Well, if you knock on his bio,
do this now. It's like poking. It's like looking at a dead rabbit and poking it in the eye. That's what he does. He pokes it. Look at that.
I think he just says, there it is, and if you don't like it, tough.
Yeah.
He puts on his bio, no backing tracks, no mercy.
No.
And that's it. That's what we are. We do it. Don't like it, don't like it.
I can't wait to hear the album. I want to hear more, please.
Okay.
So anyway.
Right.
So
here we go.
Let's have a look at here we go. I haven't got anything saved up for this. Actually, I'm a bit low. Let me just do this.
While he's doing this. So just to mention the Travis Waltons again, that was with Decapitation Fetish. We played Home Wrecker a couple of weeks ago, and we last played that in October 22, and that's nearly 4 years ago.
Blimey, 4 years ago. I'm just
there
doing.
You go. Nick's not playing with the thing.
I'm doing.
So yes. So AI. So Vodka Party.
So this band called Vodka Party sent me a track, and I listened to it and thought, I like that. And we played it, didn't we?
We did.
We played it. I can't remember exactly what we. Actually, you might remember what we said.
No, because I didn't. I can't remember now. But anyhow, yeah, it was just very clean, very well put together, sung brilliantly, good lyrics. It was all sort of there. It was all there. It was all a bit of perfection, really.
Atmospheric, yeah.
Yeah, bit there from their point of view. So, do you want to get stuck in first? So, tell us what happened, Nick.
Well, what happened is that once we've recorded the. Artists send me the tracks. My name's Nick Tann. People send me their tracks and they put a little explanation of who they are in an email, which I very rarely read. I just because I get so much stuff. And
music.
And so I download the music and it goes into a folder. And then every so often, like this morning actually, I went through that download folder, and it goes from that download folder to another folder. One of two folders. One which is this is possible, we can put it into the next podcast, or no, this is not. I'd never get rid of a track. I always keep it. I don't know why. Just in case.
It might come, 5 years later, it might come back and say, "Oh, we didn't like that originally," but now they've obviously developed. And actually, I love that song.
Funnily enough, we did that with the New Model Army, Army track. Yes. Yeah, and so then we selected the track, put it in the podcast, spoke about it, etc., etc., and so we record the podcast. Chris comes over, we do that. I say goodbye to Chris, and then I sort of do a little bit of editing. Not an awful lot of editing. I do a top and tail. I make sure we got all the bits where we finish off. It all sort of fits together, and then I mix it all, and then I master it all. Then I upload it onto a server, and then I go and write the show notes, which go onto the podcast, go onto the website. So when I do that, that's when I find out a little bit more about the band. I look for links. Give me links to the website, and I have a little look at the website and go, yeah, there. With the thought of like, well, when this show goes out, then I'll email them and let them know that we played them. So I do a bit of that. As I was doing that, when I did that to Vodka Party, it said AI. I was like, what? And it's like, and so you're looking at it now. Are you looking at it now?
No, but carry on.
Oh, okay.
I've looked at it already. Yeah.
I thought you were helping me. I was going to read it.
I'm keeping my powder dry.
Oh, okay. So there's some AI involved, and when I saw it, I was like, oh no. Oh, what am I going to do? Because we've already recorded it. I've already mixed and mastered it. I've already uploaded the bloody track to go. All I've got to do now is the last bit, where I put it into the website. It goes onto the website, and once it's published, then it goes through another channel, and then it gets put out to things like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that sort of thing. So I've kind of like nearly done that, because I have to do those notes for that. And I'm like, I got to a dilemma. I thought, well, I can do one of two things. I can literally go back and just chop that bit out completely, or I can chuck another track in. And I've done that before. Actually, I have done that before.
There was a cover, wasn't it?
There was a cover, and covers are slightly different, because putting in a cover is a kind of legal thing that I don't want to get into. I think you're allowed to do or whatever if you get permission and stuff. And I'm like, oh Jesus, we're not sitting here earning thousands from this podcast, so what does it matter? But I just don't bother with it. But when it came to this track, it's like, well, I've got a choice. I can do that, or I can let it go. If I let it go, what do we do? And I thought, well, it could be an interesting thing to talk about, and then we can have a discussion around it. And so that's what I did. I left it, because I basically couldn't be bothered to do anything else with it. I had other shit to do. I wanted to go and do this or whatever.
The damage had been done.
So now we've got this track that's sitting there, and the music is AI generated. The vocals are AI generated. The lyrics are generated by the band.
Or the person.
But also, I think it's a duo. And can you fill in some gaps for me? Because I've done it.
No.
So where are you sitting on this, Chris? Oh dear.
Complete no for me. No authenticity. Interestingly, when you write a song, you write the music first, and then you add lyrics to it. Generally, that's, and I don't know whether that's a 50-50 with most people or whatever. So this is a person who's obviously written some, what do you want to call it, poetry, lyrics, whatever you want to call it, and then thought, I'll just bung it into something. Boof, there you go. They're done. That's a travesty to music, in my opinion. It's almost like a bit like when drum machines came in the 80s. I was going, oh no, drummers are dead. Rubbish. Look what's happened. All turns around. We now have got fantastic drumming everywhere. This just isn't right. It's a bit like me going to a festival and watching a guy, a DJ. What's the point of that? What's all that about? I know that's a different one. Loads of people love it, but this is just an iteration of that, really, isn't it? It's not honest.
It's not on. Well,
it may be modern and it's all, and I'm old and it's all, all that sort of stuff.
But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pull the age card out.
The modernist card.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, looking at their website, it says experimental AI music project Vodka Party. Vodka Party is Kate and Scott, two human adults living in Brooklyn with their cat Miss America. I love the name of their cat. I'm so sorry, but it's brilliant. Human lyrics.
Is it real?
AI music. Now, I'm like, I know you've got this. I know. And I thought, well, we could just sit here and just say, oh, it's all shit. Let's go on to the next subject. But it's something that's important. It's something that's it's a new thing that's happening So if someone is manipulating, because I use AI.
Yes.
AI does a lot of things for me. For this podcast, when I'm talking about those notes, I write those notes out, very, very simple notes. And they're just,
Saves you time by creating the right words. So if you put the
No. What it does is it helps format it.
Okay.
So the formatting looks the same. So I say it's this band, this track, this band, this track, this band, this track, and I've got some words that I automatically use each episode. Each episode, let me just pull it up a little bit. So each episode, I use the same beginning of the show notes. It's copied and paste. So it depends, you see, how purist we're going to be. And I was thinking about this earlier on. So look, I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter, and I'm looking at this from my point of view as well as other people's point of view. I try and think of it being a balanced approach. A balanced approach. So let me just give you a quick look. Let me just do this. Well, let's just have a look at that actual one, Vodka Party. Let me have a look at the. No, I don't want that. Just bear with me, everybody. So I could say. So at the moment we're recording digitally. I could just stop the recording, find this thing, and carry on again. You know, that's what.
We generally don't do that, do we? When you say you edit stuff, we don't edit what we say.
No.
Very, very.
Occasionally, I'll chop bits out.
Yeah.
So it's got discover your next favourite. This is what the show notes say, by the way, everybody, that you didn't read. You know, discover your next favourite song. This week on Nick Tann's Fetish Music, I've selected 5 great independent tracks from around the world. Give them a listen. Support the artists, and if you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe and subscribe to where you get your podcast. So that happens that's there every month. And I've actually put, make sure you read about Vodka Party before listening, which I've done. And then it's got Sorry X, Can You Hear Me, House of Lazarus, Mr. Brown, which was a great track, wasn't it? And then Vodka Party, King of You and Me. And I write a bit about it. And all the formatting in that is and also the things like their websites, various bands' websites, are all in hyperlinks. So I put that into AI and say, can you make this so it follows the same sort of pattern, the same patterns before. All the links are hyperlinks. You just click on it and it goes, and put it in a different colour and put all these different things. So that's not authentic.
It's a tool.
Exactly. It's a tool. It is a tool. So and I do that, and that goes etc., and that all happens. So we start to think about how much AI we want to use, and we go, well, that's an acceptable bit of AI. So when I say that I mix and master what I do, there's actually an AI mastering that I do. I don't go through each individual parameter for mastering. On Logic, which I use, there's an AI mastering, and I can choose I can move things about a little bit, but it's all done by AI. So that's
technology,
exactly. So I'm thinking about when synthesizers first came about, and there's a lovely, now the DX7, which I can remember being brand new, is now revered as this, like, oh, this is the great synthesizer of the 80s, and it sounded like this, and it sounded like that, and it sounded like that. Okay, there's a person playing it. However, if we take something like a drum machine, and you just played the preset on it, the preset, you know,
4/4, whatever,
whatever. Well, not just that, but there's and you just played the preset for Rock and Roll 57 or whatever, and it goes, and you just made a song like that, you go, oh, that's rubbish, isn't it? That's just not using anything at all. That's like, you know, there's
no art in that.
There's no art in that. But if you manipulated it and you said, no, I wanted it to do this, I wanted to do that, I wanted to do this, well, that's still using technology. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to get into. I don't want to get into an argument and say you're wrong, saying that AI is wrong. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's as cut and dried as that.
No. But I think this is taking it too far the other way, because all they've done is the lyric.
Yeah, but we don't know how much they've affected the AI's music. No, I know, but I don't know.
Yeah,
he might have just gone and play me some atmospheric music that sounds like da 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 da, and they've gone that. And went, well, all right, we'll use that then. I don't know that. So I'm trying to be as objective as possible.
Okay, let's take away them And let's put it into, because there is AI generated music, purely, completely AI generated, down to the image of the artist, so-called artist, the track, everything, the Facebook page, everything about it is completely false.
Yeah.
May sound great, but it's not false. There's no artist input into that. You may take a track of your own, and you may add, in your singer-songwriter, you might think, I'll just add a little bit of drumming underneath that, or whatever,
or some strings.
Which some people would say, that's AI generated in terms now. But artificial, that's technology. This is artificial intelligence, where you're asking it to create something for you. And I don't like that. I think that's, there's a balance. We know the world's moving on and things are changing, but you ain't going to go to a gig and get that.
See, live is different.
I know, but that's where that's my passion, and that's where it comes from. Yeah. And as I always say, when I go to a gig, I don't want to hear the CD. I want to hear it live, your version of it live.
Don't go and see the Eagles, because they play exactly the same.
I haven't seen them since '96, but and I saw them in '75. But it's that bass hitting you in the chest when you walk in the room.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm completely with you. Yeah. But there are so much what one might regard as being artificial music. You think, that's awful. And you've got it with vocoders, you've got it with auto tuning, which is sort of like de rigueur. Like people do auto tuning now as a matter of course, and think, we'll just do that. We could do that, but let's just do that, and let's play with it. Let's do this and this with it. And there's other tracks that aren't just. It's where are we drawing the line? And it seems to be that line is movable.
You've got to think, like, we have moved this on from, go back a little bit, the manufactured boy bands were exactly this, weren't they? Really?
Yeah.
They were faces. And everything else was, they didn't write anything, they didn't play anything. It was all just stuck up there, stuck on a bit of TV, and because some guy says they're great and they make people clap applause now, then these guys are great because people can't see it. But it's just moved on from that, isn't it? Really?
I suppose so, but I think the thing with when you talk about manufactured boy bands, and I know it's just like it is a different subject, and it's a similar subject, but everybody was manufactured before the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rory Storm and the Hurricanes and whatever you want to call it, and they said the Beatles were the first boy band. Well, they weren't the first boy band because they wrote all their own stuff. There wasn't a Brill Building, and there wasn't a sort of Denmark Street in London. So there's a bit of history involved in it as well. But you've got to kind of know that history or understand where it's coming, understand that history to see where it's going now. So I'm not look. If I listen to something, a piece of music, and it's just been manipulated by someone that's not a musician, and it still sounds quite good.
It's got no soul, Nick.
But it's only got no soul because because it's AI. There's plenty of soulless music that's made by human beings. I rejected some today, and although I won't play it, I'll play it to you in a minute, Chris. I'll play the track in a minute, and it's completely soulless, but it's recorded by a human being. Written by a human. It might be. I don't know. Anyway, so
it comes down to we are going to have to look in a lot more closely as to what comes into our ears on the podcast. You might say, I like that track, so let's go and part of that's AI.
I did. In fact, I did do that a few weeks ago, or a couple of months ago. There was a track that came through, and I actually put that track into AI. Do you remember?
Yes, there's something in the back of my mind.
Yeah, I know. So suddenly it's hit in my mind as well. There's some guy, and I did email him because it was kind of just a little bit perfect.
That's yes.
Remember?
Yes. Wasn't it a guy who put a band together? He was an older guy, but it sounded really great. It was a country sort of track, wasn't it?
Sort of track.
And it was his project, and he brought in different people to play different parts.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Great singer, great.
Yeah, and it was all flawless.
Yes.
And I emailed him and said, "Are you sure this is?"
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. So let us know what you think. you know, if you've listened, if you've just spooled through this on Spotify,
we've had a rant. But no, I think it's a valid conversation to have, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
And people get fed by Radio 2 and Radio 1 or whatever what they're going to listen to anyhow. So
do they?
Yeah, they're just lists of tracks they're going to play, aren't they? You know, so it's sort of like, you know, they're force fed. You know, there's not. This is what this does, doesn't it? This podcast does this. It opens up the music world.
Yeah. But it's so they've sent me another track.
If I could see my face, then
you're very loud, Chris. You're very loud. I've turned our microphones up, so you need to sort of step back a little bit. It'll be all right. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I'll fix it. I'll fix it in AI later on.
Hey, boom.
Right. So, with that in mind,
please.
Let's have some music. This is the great track. This is Duncan Maitland, and this is a track called Dummy. You'll love this.
Oh, let me tell you the story, the carnival truth about the terrible things that I did in my youth, about a small wooden man and the making of a carnival plan. I pulled him out of the crease, painted 2 wooden beams. I put my hand in his head and he started to speak in a voice from afar. He said, I'm Charlie and I'll make you a star. Started to change. There was a weekend of silence and desperate moods. There was an icy decline into separate rooms till the night came around when Charlie turned on me in front of the crowd. So tell us what you're here for. He pulled it like a trapdoor. I'm sure that you've heard now don't make a scene, but I'd like you to leave, 'cause I am the show and I think we both know it. I've carried you for long enough and you just sit there like a... The little never saw me coming. I grabbed him by the hair and started turning, smash him into splinters for the burning. Oh, burning wasn't good enough. Charlie may be dead, but the dummy never died.
Very good.
Yes.
You like that?
See, there's the difference. That was layered.
It was layered. It was beautiful.
There's lots of stuff going on. There was the claps. There was the voice was low down, so you had to sort of I've got to listen to this. He's telling me lots of things here. I've got to really concentrate to listen to this. So headphones was definitely a bonus for that.
Definitely.
And I love the line because he's talking about a dummy that he's created. And he said, "I gave him all my best lines."
So I like that. For me, it's one of those songs. It's a song in a particular genre that gives it like a list, has a little story, and it's got that. It's got the vocal that's like that, which is all right to begin with. But I would have liked it to open up a little bit because it was doing some nice little tricks later on where you got the vocal underneath it. There's another vocal an octave underneath it. That's the thing that Squeeze did.
Okay,
and Squeeze Squeeze Do. They did that. And it's that nice little. I like that, but you kind of missed that a little bit because it was still doing this sort of thing. And it was
quite simplistic, but there was lots and lots there.
There's lots of interesting production bits and pieces.
So, I wonder what if you put all that into AI, what it would come up with. If you put all of the lyrics, I want it in this style, I want that. I wonder how close to that it would come. That's an interesting point.
I don't know.
What would happen? Don't care.
See, now you're interested.
Wow. I mentioned the fact this is an artist who's put it together exactly the way that he's wanted. He's added, as you say, a bit of vocal over the top. I'll have some clapping in there, a bit of harmonies in there. I had a little bit of Steely Dan harmony there. I said to him, I nicked a little bit of that. Great though.
Lovely. Beautiful. Next. Oh, do we know where he's from?
He's from Ireland.
Is he from Ireland? I don't know why I say that.
I don't know why we went into there.
Ridiculous Irish accent.
I'm
very sorry about that, Duncan. I'm very sorry about that. It's just, it's a thing, isn't it? Next is Emma Doherty. Listen to this. I love this.
I sit in the church all alone 'cause I'm sure I can hear him. I stare at his statue and wait, hoping that it might move. I read the one poster in the hall from a therapy service, just to find that even helplines like that one won't suit. Talk of lost causes and damage control. Talk about losing what I could never hold. Talk about talking and sharing the problem. But God, what's my problem if I never do damn what I'm told? Traffic goes 80 through 60 restrictions. I think to myself, Lord, they must be in some awful rush to have life in hand and to risk it with no contradictions. It's not something they think about much. Too many causes, can't find control. Can't stop my head, I forget what I know. And I've tried talking and sharing the problem, but problems don't half when you don't know where stare at the statue and wait, hoping that it might move.
Beautiful. How about that?
That was lovely, wasn't
It
it?
was gorgeous. Emma Doherty from Northern Ireland.
Yes, again, we've
Yeah.
got some Irish. And I said to you just now, it's almost got that American lilt to her voice.
I think because the American accent, I know there's lots of American accents, but there are certain American accents, especially on the East Coast, which kind of sound a little bit Irish. Because a lot of the Irish
Big
people
Irish
went
community.
over. Yeah. They went over. There was a diaspora. Was there a diaspora? Is that what we called it?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
But
There's a lot of Irish people went to America at a certain time in the last century, and I think that's sort of like
the link.
That is the link.
Lovely clear voice, very
Beautiful.
simple acoustic guitar riff
Really
at the start,
nice
which
start.
kept going and going and
we
going,
like that.
and then we built in suddenly the drums and the strings appeared, and then we went back to the lovely little acoustic,
Yeah.
and the clarity of her voice was superb.
Yeah, I tell you, I played that track by Emily Wolfe a couple of weeks ago. You know, on one of the podcasts that I played tracks from Is This Thing On, and that was from
Years ago.
years and years and years ago. But yeah, if you listen to Emily Wolfe and listen to Emma Doherty, it's very, very, very. The song is very similar, and also the way that she projects the way that she sings. The whole thing is very reminiscent of it. So I know we say sometimes, oh, so and so sounds like this and sounds like that, whatever. But that is really like a listen to.
Yeah, both quality.
Very
aspects.
good, very good quality. And she plays everything apart from drums on that track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did the strings. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be a synthesizer.
Yeah.
But lovely, what a great track. So where are we? Oh, we've got this one, this great name for a band. This is what's going on out there? Plain. This is the band called Not My Wife. It's called Best Friend, and this is really interesting. You're gonna love this.
Still, you're on free will.
There you go. That was a New Zealand band based in London.
And you can't get much further apart than that,
You can't?
interestingly.
No, not my wife. Best friend.
So why didn't you like it in the first
Well,
instance?
I didn't. Not that I didn't like it. There were parts of it. See, I like the vocals. I like the music. I didn't think that the vocals fitted the music.
Matched.
I didn't think it matched, because you've got this, and in the blurb it talks about sonically sort of doing some sort of 80s thing. Okay, I kind of get that, but for me it didn't quite. The song's great. I think the song's great. I think the band's great. I like it, but there's the doubling effects on the vocals, which is I like that sort of thing, but it didn't seem to match what's going on underneath. Okay. I think if we just had a normal vocal and it was treated the same as the instrumentals, or instruments, some might call it, it would have felt better for me.
Okay. It didn't hit me as hard as that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, but it didn't hit me as I got a bit bored. Is perhaps too strong. About a minute and a half in, I was thinking that My Best Friend just kept going and going and going. It went on a little bit too long for me, that little break about that. And I thought, oh, where are we going to go here? Come on, let's keep going again.
Yeah,
They did get going. But I really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it as well.
It's funny. There was nothing.
The beginning part of it, it's like ding, ding,
the bass line was great.
It was really nice. That's what I was going to say. That sort of bass line was like I've heard this song before, but not with those little bits in it. Those added little bass bits. So that was good. I like that. I did like. Like I say, I like the vocals. I like the music, but it didn't quite gel together for me to make a particular sound.
Yeah, okay, but
yeah,
that's what we all differ in not opinion, but we differ in what we like and what we don't like and what we hear. You know, we are also hearing this. Personally, I'm hearing this for the very first time, as you will too, listener. And I know nothing about them and no history of it or whatever. So, completely bland opinion. Before I know issues.
I'd like to hear something else by them. And in fact,
exactly.
Once we finish this is the last track. You can go. This is nearly 50 minutes long. This one.
We had a rant.
Well, you had a rant.
Oh, thanks. At least I'm genuine, not AI.
It did. But yeah, so I'm going to go away and have a listen to another song of theirs after this.
And that's what you should do with all of the artists.
Well, it should be. Yeah.
It should be a little taster.
It should be.
And it was a brilliant lot of taste.
Yeah, it was nice, very nice. So, yeah, putting the podcast out at different times, because this one's going to go out today. Wow. I think I'm going to put this one out today.
Okay.
And we'll try and get some more together. There's not an awful lot of good music coming at the moment. People are sending me music, but there's not a lot of stuff that I like. Whether or not I'm getting a little bit picky.
Well, it's not a matter of whether it's not good music. It's the stuff that whether you like it as well, isn't it?
That's right.
Personal.
That's what I said.
Choice.
Yeah, indeed. Indeedy do. So, thanks very much, Chris, for coming along. Thanks everybody for sending the music in. I'll be interested to read what your opinions are on what we spoke about earlier on with Vogger Party. Are you going to go back and have a little listen and go, hang on a minute, you mean that was AI? Or, we'll see what happens. And, I'll speak to you soon. I'll see you very soon. I love you all. Goodbye.